What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Monty. Welcome to my channel. For those who've been around since day one, appreciate you for tuning in to another video. My dog, shout out to my ladies as well. Appreciate you for tuning in to another one. Y'all know on this channel I talk about a lot. Talk about things that be on my mind, stuff y'all want me to talk about, and the whole nine. And this is yet gonna be another one. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know how to start this one. But I'm gonna put something here. Shout out to him because he been saying the same thing that I've been trying to tell y'all for a while, but I think it was going over a lot of people's heads. So I'm gonna just dive into it a little more. It may seem like no one is hiring, correct? And you sending out resumes for no reason. Hell, that's the way I felt too. Especially hearing that when I called in to follow up on a job, the lady tells me we don't have time for that. You don't have time to check my resume? You did it online? Yeah. Yeah, we don't have time for that. Crazy. But that's how they talk. And that's real life. And that's no joke. And the reason for it is the rise of automation. That's why they don't have no time for it. See, when you follow up for a job, right? If you do it online, the reason they don't have no time for it is because they're going to tell this robot to just check it. Versus if I was to bring like a paper resume or paper application in and hand it to her, she'll look over that because it's in front of her. But since it's online, they're going to have the biggest problem of why the job market is broken right now is automation. They're going to have this AI robot machine basically check over your resume, and it's going to scan your resume. And if your keywords in your resume or things don't align to what they told this dumbass robot to do, probably gonna get yellow marked, but this is how true it is. They're gonna tell this robot to scan your resume, and if it doesn't align with their job description, you're done. You don't believe me? I'm telling you, Donald Trump, and I don't do politics, but Donald Trump is pushing AI, artificial technology. That is what he's pushing. Another person that's behind him, Elon Musk. What does he do? He runs all of Tesla. He's running a Tesla robot. That's going to hit the market. If y'all don't think so, I'm telling you, the internet and technology is going to be the future. You might as well just invest into it. And if you want to, invest into this stock right here, because that's what I'm doing. I'm not playing no games because the rich are only going to get richer. And I'm telling you, this is going to be Bitcoin. That's the best metaphor I can use. This right here is going to be Bitcoin. You get in now, I guarantee you this is gonna hit at least $100. At least. But if you get in now, you'll be up. Don't take my word for it. This is not financial advice. But just from reading and listening to what Donald Trump talks about, it's gonna happen. I wouldn't be surprised if he's already investing into it. The way that him and Elon Musk are like these, yeah. Fair warning. Fair warning. Now, the other thing, this outsourcing and cutting cost is another problem. Remember how I talked about either today that I'm gonna drop that video or yesterday? I talked about the issue of the amount of job requirements that it takes for you to have to get into a job. Like nowadays it's 5 years, 3 years of experience. Why do positions that pay $15 an hour ask for a degree that costs $50,000 for me to go to school? Explain that one to me. And that's the starting rate with a degree, mind you. Employers are setting the bar higher than it should be, than it needs to be, in my opinion. Y'all let me know. Which it makes it damn near impossible for the average person to even qualify for a position like that. When off the gate, you already need 3 years of experience, but you wasted all this time on a degree when you spent 3, 4 years trying to get the degree and they want you to have 3 years or 4 years of experience. What did you want me to do? Focus on school and get an internship while in school so that way I have experience? It almost seems like the system is set up for you not to win. That's what it feels like. It's set up and designed to exclude people and weed people out. That's really what it is, right? Now, I also talked about yesterday or today, maybe, if I drop, about this corporate greed. Now, let's dive into that. Corporate greed is at the heart of it all. CEOs are like shareholders. They are making record profits while wages for workers remain the same. The wealth gap is wider than it's ever been, believe it or not. And those at the top are holding on to their power by cutting costs. That's how they do to save money. Remember I said maximize income, what you should be doing, and lower expenses? This is what companies do in business. It's just business. It's just business, right? A job market that's harder to break into and offers less stability than ever before, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. The result is that. Believe it or not, that's what's going on. Now, there are things that need to change. And the first one is business needs to start valuing their workers. And for a long time, even when I was working at the job I was working at, that's why I always said those things like, I don't mind working as a team. But it gets to a point where if the team isn't being a team and one person is outworking somebody else, just because you're a good worker doesn't mean that you have to take on the task of other workers. That's not how it works. And then when you say something about it, they don't value your work. It's just get it done. Or they say things like this, right? And what I mean by jobs valuing their workers, I'm not just talking about that. I mean paying fair wages. Cause see, my thing is, you want me to do other people's work? Pay me a little bit. Pay me a little more money. How about that? Pay me a little extra money and then I'll think about it. But if we're going to stay at the same pay rate, cool. They can do their own work. That's how I look at it. But that's just me. Not everybody going to move like how I move, right? Offer real benefits. That's how you fix some of this. And create jobs that people can actually live on. Not have to work 2 jobs just to pay for bills. It shouldn't be like that. I got another question. When the last time you've been on vacation? Let me know. And I mean a real vacation, not you going down the street for 3 days. I mean a real vacation. Let me know down in the comments. It needs to have some type of better result, higher productivity, and lower the turnover for jobs, right? It's not just the right thing to do. It's smart business. When you keep your workers happy, they work more efficient. I mean, statistically and logically, that makes more sense to me. You keep your workers happy, they cool. You paying them, they getting paid good money, they're good. Treat them good, they'll work good for you. It's just business. Government policies y'all gotta take a step up. I'm gonna be honest, and this is just my take on it. On a larger scale, government policy needs to adapt to the situations that's going on, right? That means raising the minimum wage for people that might be working a minimum wage job. I know not everybody is blessed enough to get into a different job. I understand that. Maybe this is all they can get. I know there's felons out here, felons that can't get a job. Make it some type of way for them to get on their feet again. I mean, for me, I feel like everybody deserves a second chance. You know, not everybody is just out here committing crime. All right, you know, y'all need to make healthcare more affordable and investing in job training programs. Jobs need to start doing on-the-job training again. But again, what did I say in the beginning? Jobs won't do this because they're cutting back on cost. They want you to already have the experience, already have the knowledge. That's less money out their pocket, and you can get straight to work. That's how they feel. That's just how it goes, right? Countries that prioritize education, and worker protections tend to have a stronger economy overall. Again, which brings me back. When you take care of your people and your company, business works well. All right. It's time for leaders to stop catering to these corporations and start fighting for everyday people. And here's why I'm saying this too, is because I know a lot of y'all think that when you go to HR, that they're going to help you and they're there for you. No, they're not. No, they're not. HR people are kind of like the police. They legally can lie to you. I've been told that before from police. We're legally allowed to lie to you. Crazy work, right? That's what they do, pretty much. They're for the company. They're not for you. So you going in there thinking that they're going to help you and you telling them what's going on. Yeah, they hear you. They listening. They just know to watch you. That's it. That's why I'm cool. But what I do when I do work and I go to HR and stuff like that, I ask questions. I ask a lot of questions. They hate that. See, I like breaking stuff down. I like asking questions, and I ask it 3-4 times in a different way to see how you gonna answer it. Because eventually, like I said, either you gonna tell the truth or you gonna lie. So one of the pieces of you lying is gonna fall through the crack, and I'm gonna see it. That's part of the reason why they didn't like me. I ask a lot of questions, but I do it for that reason. That way I could backtrack you, like, oh no, that ain't what you said the other day. No. Then they get to stuttering. Yeah, I'm one of those. All right. Now, you could also fix the hiring process. First of all, with this, on Indeed, let's just start with the online hiring process. On Indeed, the algorithm needs to be fixed to where if I put my resume in, it should pop up all the jobs that pertain to what I needed to. Not it popping up Burger King for a marketing job that I put my resume for. I'm a marketer, but Burger King is popping up in the algorithm. Why? That doesn't even make sense to me. The only algorithm to me that works is when you look for, like, if you put your resume in for like any medical job, those pertain to that. Like the algorithm works for all medical jobs for whatever reason. But everything else is trash. It's trash. So let's start there. Also, rethink the hiring process within itself. Now, here's what I mean. Check me out. How am I going to word this? Companies should stop relying so heavily on the algorithm, okay? And start focusing on actual human connections. The problem is y'all got these robots set in place instead of filtering out resumes with that ATS, that's the AI protocol, and it's just scanning my stuff. Why don't you interview more candidates and give people a chance to prove themselves face to face? But the problem is y'all are too lazy for that to happen. Again, it brings me back to the call that I had. We don't got time for that. Interesting. This is why they don't have time for that. I talked a little bit on like maximizing your income and stuff like that. We have to start, the people that are looking for jobs is what I'm talking about now. How can I word this? We have to stop focusing on job titles and focus more on skill set, right? We push this system change, right? There are ways that we can take control of the situation. The first is building on your skills instead of chasing this dumbass job title. That's the problem. We need to start chasing skills, not a job title. In the economy, skills is like, I don't know, coding, I don't know, digital marketing, IT, stuff like this. Remember I said we need to figure out something to freelance? If you know how to edit, that's what I do to freelance. I mean, that's just me. Before I got on YouTube, what I freelanced was using my camera. Do I got it on me? Yeah. So I freelanced this, and I was shooting hella music videos, vlogs for other artists and stuff like that. Taking pictures. For a while I was doing like headshot profile pictures for people who are looking for um jobs, headlining something for their own brand. I was taking photos and videos for clothing brands. And I can still do that now. It's a skill. You get me? I have a camera. I paid a lot of money for that camera. Number two, something else we have to start doing is embracing that entrepreneurship. I know a lot of people get a lot of hate or they don't necessarily want to take that route, but it's just another option that a person can take. If the job market isn't working for you, for example, create your own opportunity. It's so much that you could do off the internet that if you was to start a side hustle, you can turn that into something that you're doing full time. Like this. Granted, it does take time. I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash off that, but it does take time. It does. But this is why you need to be creating, building on it. And this is why I got to get to that LLC information. I do. I got to get to that because I feel like a lot of y'all are waiting for me to like give you the blueprint. Like, and the thing is, even I don't have the blueprint. I just got off my ass and just started doing stuff. Just started doing different things. And that's what you got to do too. Whether it's you have a skill already, right? Let's say, figure out a way to monetize it. Get on YouTube, get on Etsy, get on Fiverr. Figure out some type of platform that you can monetize your skill on. That's what you need to do. It's easier than ever for you to turn your passion into income. That could be your new 9-to-5 job. You never know. But you don't take the first steps to even try. Is what I'm saying. Like, that's what we need to do. It gives you more control over your future. Another thing, for people that are looking, network. You do have to network. I'm going to be honest. That's the name of the game now. Networking is the key. Many jobs aren't posted online anymore. And if they are, they're filled through connections. That's what it is. I'm more than likely to get the job if I know Joe versus you not knowing nobody. Do you get me? Even when I got into my studio job, right? It was because I was going there a lot. I was going there a lot and I started asking questions. Y'all need to do that. That's what I did. Because I wanted to figure out a way to start my own online business doing what they was doing in there, but doing it on my own. Figured out what school he went to. Okay, I'm going to go. Figured out the information, graduated from the school with the certificate. Okay. Now I have the certificate and skill. I could go to a studio or do my own thing. Right now, I'm doing my own thing. I got my own YouTube channel that I just post beats on. Got my own BeatStars account that I just post beats on and sell off there. I'm cool. I run my own online business right here. I have 2 other channels that I'm running. Like, you just got to get out here, man. Get out here and network and apply it to your own life.